Now, of course, we are trying to understand the implications of this as well. For more on this, we're now being joined by John Ayres, Senior Policy Director for the Center for Arms Control and Non-Proliferation from Washington, D.C. Sir, thank you so much for joining us on World DNA.
Thank you very much for having me.
Sir, the drills were announced by Russia soon after Macron upheld the possibility of Western troops in Ukraine. David Cameron said that Ukraine is, in fact, entitled to use British missiles to target Russia. Would you say the West would perhaps rethink its strategy now?
I think certainly that is what the Russian leadership is hoping will happen. Russia has decided to use its nuclear weapons as instruments of blackmail and threat. And what they're trying to do is increase the perception that that there's a great danger of a nuclear war happening soon, which nobody wants, and using that as a way to leverage Western nations to limit their support to Ukraine.
Mr. Erath, Belarus conducted tactical nuclear drills just recently. It was just shortly after Russia announced that it would be conducting the drills that we've seen now that have started. But Belarus conducted those about 2 weeks ago. And reportedly in Kaliningrad, Russia already has its nuclear assets positioned. So if you see the way Russia is conducting its nuclear drills at the moment, which is right in front of Ukraine, Ukraine seems to be surrounded by Russian nuclear assets, which are there in Belarus as well. What are the chances of Russia actually using these tactical assets, nuclear assets, in Ukraine?
They are already using them every day as instruments of blackmail and threat, as I said. It's still very unlikely that they would use them in an explosive way as a way to attack Ukraine directly. There's very limited military utility in doing this. It's difficult to see what short-term military objectives would be achieved by such use of nuclear weapons at this point. And were Russia to do that, it would bring a great deal of condemnation from all over the world. Nobody wants a nuclear war to happen. And Russia's few friends that it has left would probably rethink that friendship.
All right. Well, Mr. Ayres, thank you so much for joining us on World DNA. Always a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you very much.